It's the 1878 Casuals again, brought to you by the one and only Terrace Cult and the best ice cream in all the land, Moo Moo Mia. I got
It's
Mad
so
Face
delicious.
and I got LA's top one. You know what it is, Mikey the Moocher, and he's Terrace Culted up.
What's up, y'all?
Yeah, he's dope.
What's going on?
Man, you're looking
All right.
really sharp on that blue.
He does every time. He's flexing on us, and we're not even in the same room.
Yeah, so I want to give a shout to Terrace Cult America for believing in the project from day one. Lots of cool gear, winter gear, jumpers.
Yeah, the puffer's sick. I'm gonna have to get the fucking puffer. The puffer's money, dude. That money is money.
Manchester label. Yeah, it's some blues, it's some reds. They use some of the local fighters out of Manchester, out of Collyhurst.
Better blue than Scouts, right?
So yeah, big up to Terrace Cult for that.
And another thing the birdies do good is that that grilled cheese you had? Oh, I'm gonna have to get one of those.
Yeah, if you're down in Manchester, of course you got to go to what's it called now?
Northern Soul, right?
Grilled cheese, yeah. Northern Soul grilled cheese. It's right across the street from Oi Polloi.
A little shopping, little tea time, little snacky poo.
Is it messed up that I don't take City seriously at all?
Do any of us?
I just don't rate them.
All right, here's my hope. Here's my hope before we get into everything we're going to talk about is I hope that Ostrich Boy, the smush face, because he's not at the little desert friendlies going on, that he's getting fat as fuck. He's on that Nando's chicken. He's on that takeaway. You know, he's had him a pot noodle. He's going to come back fat as fuck, can't run. That's what I'm hoping for.
That dude's doing 1,000 push-ups tied up to some machine. Getting some type of juice pumped into him.
Now, Pep even said, Pep's like, I hope he's not getting fat, sitting around on the Nintendo.
Did Martial get called up?
No.
Good.
Who did they replace? What was it, Giroud or something? Who cares?
It's a young player.
Yeah, who cares?
We just care about United.
I don't care about England. England don't care about me.
I'm not even like. I want to see like an ill team winning like Japan, like some ill like that. Just because it's all fucked up anyway. You know what I'm saying?
Well, clearly, hey, Ecuador could have taken the money. What was it? 7 million. What? 7 million euro or whatever they offered him to throw that first game.
Who
gotta respect Ecuador? They're like, man, fuck that. Enter Valencia. Yeah, he's not Antonio Valencia, but he's still got like 5 goals in the fucking World Cup all time.
There's a rumor going around that they offered him 7 mil.
Oh yeah, and there was the brilliant thing was, all right, the one video I've seen from this little event, because I'm boycotting the shit out of it. But the one video I did see was, I guess Valencia had scored a goal, and one of the Ecuador fans got up and was doing the money, and like the fucking Qatar fans were getting so mad. They're like, sit down. And I was like,
So you mean to tell me the Mandem is going to the money to show the game, and Ecuador's like, no, we're gonna do licking.
Yeah, they're like, fuck that. No, yeah, South America teams, they already get the bribe money. You can't come at them like that. They're like, no, we already bribed to get into the tournament. We ain't gonna bribe to throw it.
We gotta watch him bandit on his conspiracies, because he gonna take something way out one day. I know it. Because this dude is on some conspiracy.
He knows what I'm talking about. Crazy. He saw the same. I think even the BBC fucking reported on it. You saw it, didn't you, Bandito?
About the bribe?
Yeah, the bribe money.
I don't know. I'm not paying attention to the World Cup, to be honest.
So
I saw the heads aghast.
So yes, that's what I did see of the World Cup is that Qatar has not only bribed to host it, they've bribed to not lose the first game and then still lost. So, all right, on to United. So, Mikey, we've all talked about Ronaldo. And again, if you haven't been living under a rock, you've either heard about or seen his little interview with Piers Morgan. And so we didn't get your take on Ronnie. So Wagwan.
Yeah, so my overall take is it's it's kind of like a staged interview. I'm sure Ronaldo's people and Piers worked out, all these loaded questions, and there's some legitimate things that Ronaldo said, of course, about United being kind of stuck in the past and not moving ahead, keeping up with the times. Spoke about the Glazers. So there's some legit things that he said, but for me, the overall thing is you can't slag off the manager. There's no way you can come back from that. And secondly, it's a means to an end. That he wants to move, and the club don't want to move him, and now they're forcing it. He's forcing their hand, so he's going to get what he wants in the end. He's going to get a move. For me, we'll always have Moscow, baby. So, I mean, I'm not going to diminish, what he did at the time at United. Unfortunately, when that name comes, sometimes it comes ugly. So, yeah, that's kind of what my thought is. And there is a little news on that. United their lawyers are busy doing lawyer things to terminate the contract, but they want it on their terms, which is no more wages for Ronaldo from this point. So he's got a contract till June, about I think it's like 13 million pounds left on his contract. So they want him to, accept their terms, which is no more wages. And I'll say, Madface called it in the beginning. He said, if he stays, make him train with the youngers. And that's what the club have said. They said if he does not agree, then he's going to stay here. He's going to train with the 21s, and he won't play in the first team. So Face, he called it.
There's no other real course of action right now. It's turned into a pissing match. Right now, the club wants to take back control, and obviously Ronaldo's done this to look like he's in control. I mean, there's no way for him to get back in the team at all, right? Like this is, he's used the nuclear option, right? There's no.
Yeah, I think he and Jorge Mendes have they've got something going on, because there's no way from this. I forgot to say it was kind of, I think the one thing that was kind of real was when Ronaldo spoke about his family and the tragedy that happened and loss of his child. But we don't often see superstars just be human, and it was that was kind of like the only real thing that was in the interview. But yeah,
but I didn't understand that part. What's that got to do with him being mad at us at Manchester United? I said us, mad at Manchester United, because there's nothing about the support they gave him through all that. So it's like, I just lost respect for Cristiano, man. I don't like how he did it, because he lied. He lied on some stuff, man. You can't be just lying on 10. It's just showing a character flaw to you, because I'm sorry, Bandy. I didn't mean to interrupt you, but it's just.
Yeah, I mean,
go. You ain't supposed to go.
A lot of fans feel the same way, and in the end, it's a move for himself. It's not for Manchester United. It's not for the fans of the club. It's for himself. So, like I said, we'll always have Moscow.
Here's a tough question.
Yeah.
Here's a tough question on the Ronaldo front. So, basically what he was trying to say is with the tragedy and everything that happened to his family, that off the field issues has affected what's on the field, right? This is why he's not able to make the runs he was making. That's why he's not able to make the jumps he was making. And because in his mind, United's, fucking him somehow, that it's all falling apart now, right? That's the narrative that he's trying to play. But Ten Hag, we gave him off, said, okay, he doesn't need the preseason, right? Ten Hag said, okay, I want him. The whole time he said he's part of my plans. I want him in the team. I'm trying to find out, and I know we don't get the whole narrative and things happen behind the scenes, but I'm trying to figure out where the disrespect happened. I don't see, like, I get that Ronaldo's, trying to gain some leverage and some, curry some favor with the fans, but like, I don't see his end game here. I don't see where anybody can look at this situation and not think Ten Hag did everything that he could, right? I mean, the guy walked out on the team twice, and we welcomed him back. He took his punishment. He's laughing off, oh, my son didn't know why didn't play against Chelsea. Because you walked out of the team, bro. You can't do that shit. You can't tell the coach, I'm not coming on for 3 minutes. If anything, Ronaldo's been the Pogba this season. Has he not? I mean, I feel like a lot of the games that he started, we haven't played our best football. And then you noticed even the games we played well, when he's on the bench, it's directly to him. He's making his Fucci faces. He's not interested in what's going on. I'm just trying to figure out where he's twisted this in his mind from, I'm the one disrespecting, to United's disrespected me. Is it because Ten Hag didn't come in and kiss his ass right away like, Ollie did? I just don't get it.
Everyone can see, I don't know if everyone but Ronaldo can see that he's not the player he was even last year. He's not the player he was last year. And he's not the player he was at his prime. And like you said, the boss, I think, has handled it well from day one. The team played better without him in the lineup, and he can come in and as he doesn't want to come in as a squad player. And okay, that's his skills right now. That's where he's at. He's a squad player and a luxury to have, but he's not willing to do that.
What are your thoughts?
He's out of he's a little bit out of touch. He still thinks he's that same guy that he even thinks he could probably put up 30 goals. But
yeah, right. He's got two. He's got two right now.
The disrespect that he feels is he didn't understand that the 3-day suspension from walking out the second time. He didn't understand. He said the disrespect is telling him to go play for 3 minutes. Those are the things he harped on. So I mean, Ten Hag did the right things in those situations. I'm not. No, I was gonna say I'm not mad at Christian. I am a little bit upset with him. He's still great to me. He's still my guy over Messi. So, but it was just a weird thing. It was so vain, kind of, And then Piers Morgan, come on. Dude.
What's interesting too is that he said like a month ago that this interview was coming, right? And we all kind of thought, well, what's he talking about? And now he's dropped it at an interesting time to drop it, no less, because it's not like they filmed this, a week ago, right? Some of this I think he was probably filmed right after, the Spurs situation happened. So his blood was still boiling a little bit there. But outside of people knowing that this interview was coming, probably not with, we didn't know it was going to be Piers Morgan, but we knew he was going to do something. do we think behind the scenes, some of this rift that is played out with Ten Hag, has that affected the rest of the squad negatively the same way we've had, Pogba talking shit in the media, the same way
No,
we've had other managers or other players talking shit? Is this
Ten Hag won't
affecting the
let
team?
it happen.
You don't think so?
Mm-mm. No, Ten Hag's not letting that happen. He's not. They're not about distractions. No, not this. I know he probably talked to his boys about it too. Like, this is not a problem. You guys will get through this. We have to win.
So you're
No
right.
problem. I think. Go ahead.
You're right about the timing. It was dropped because he's going to be away from the squad for the time that they're playing the World Cup. Players are right now focusing on their national team, and the ones that are not on the national team, are working with the boss. So I know Ten Hag was saying that he's going to keep in touch with all the players that are playing for the national team. So yeah, a bit of a distraction, but I think that the players are rallying around the boss, and they've kind of maybe have the cold shoulder for Ronaldo after this. How could you not, right? How could you not?
Yeah, he's got to be the outsider for the squad right now, but because he's timed it right now where everyone's on a different track, he doesn't feel any of that fallout from the squad, right? He just feels the fallout from. I mean, maybe he doesn't even feel the fallout from the fans right now because he's in, Portugal mode. It's interesting, right? Like he can drop this interview and then just kind of walk away like, oh, whatever.
But this interview got an overwhelming negative. Like he got a negative review out of all this. Like I've heard ESPN, TalkSport, everybody basically said, "Why did he do this?"
Well, especially with here's another thing we didn't bring up is not just that he did the interview with Piers Morgan. Piers Morgan was one of his biggest critics when he was at Manchester United, and we were whipping Arsenal's ass every other fucking week. He couldn't stand Ronaldo, called him a big baby, and all of a sudden they're big buds. You don't hear Ronaldo calling him a rat like he did fucking Rooney. I mean, Jesus, Mary.
And his facts were wrong. He said that Ten Hag said he never mentioned the other guys who walked out. I remember Ten Hag saying to the media,
yeah, he specifically said it wasn't just Ronaldo. Yes, you're absolutely right.
When he said that, I was like, oh, your words mean nothing to me.
Exactly.
Sorry, Betty, go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Betty. I'm sorry. I jumped in. I just had to get that point. I was excited.
I was just listening.
No, I was just saying you're absolutely right. You were absolutely right, Face.
I think if anybody should feel disrespected as Ten Hag, he's like, I had your back. For many situations, you disrespected him on various occasions, and he comes back and gives you the captaincy for a game. Come on, bro.
I think maybe Ten Hag is happy with this. He's like, okay.
This is a conclusion, right? He doesn't have to deal with
it. Let's turn the page on this one.
It's been a pain in the ass from the beginning.
So here's another thought, because I've heard some other channels mention it. So, a few years ago, 15 years ago, probably now, Roy Keane had a similar incident where he aired some stuff out on a television program that ultimately they did not air, but it was MUTV, right? So here's Roy Keane criticizing players, staff, whatever, on the United channel, right? The official channel. And, I'm sure the fans were split, back then, just like they are now. But how do we feel about Ronaldo airing some of that shit, like he didn't like the chef, and the facilities are the same for the last 20 years, and the technology is the same for the last 20 years. We don't have the little bottom fill beer cups at Old Trafford like they've got at the Spurs stadium. He was on about the Glazers. That bit felt disingenuous, right? Because why would you say that on Piers Morgan? Like, you didn't have an opinion on Ragnick and Ollie and any of that. at the time, but now you got an opinion on all of it. I just, that one kind of blew me away too.
It's just a means to the an end for him, which is forcing a move. So he's going to say whatever he needs to say.
Flag off the
force a move.
ownership.
Yeah, and that's the bottom line.
Do we think it's interesting
Well,
how Piers asked him, like, have you ever spoken to the Glazers? And he said no. Do we think that's strange? That he's never once spoken to the owners of the team?
They're the worst owners. I mean, they're all up Tom Brady's kazoo. You know what I'm saying? You know what? Fuck Tottenham and their nice fountains with sodas or something. They got a trophy case like we do. I take the trophy case all day. I take that broken down trophy case all day. Damn fuzzy drinks.
Are we gonna see Ronaldo at Chelsea?
I hope so.
No, he's gonna go to the MLS. Here's another thing to think about.
I hope so.
Here's another thing to think about. Not only do we lose him, and we're thinking, okay, in the January window, like who's available? That's another topic. Is incoming, transfers, outgoing transfers in January is not likely, especially after the World Cup, that players are going to be available, right? And so for him, and now that he wants a new challenge or whatever the hell he wants, the only other league that's starting fresh after the World Cup is Major League Soccer. So what are they starting? February or some shit? So I feel like MLS is his destination.
I think that's a nice segue to stop talking about Ronaldo, because and we start talking about plans to replace and I know Face has been watching Cody Gakpo and in the World Cup, like you said, maybe his price goes up now.
They're
all the prices are going up. Bellingham's 200 million now. Bellingham's fucking 200 million.
About 60 million, 65 to get him out the door.
Would you want United to go all in for Bellingham, or would you want them to go out and get about 2 or 3 quality players and then some squad players? What do you think?
I am not for going all in on Bellingham. I think it's a big risk. I'm not dismissing the talent that he is, but I'd rather get some guys in. Bellingham's going to take all summer. We know how the Glazers do this. This ain't going to be no quick thing. It's going to get milled. It's going to be a pain in the ass. And I say
Bellingham seems to be the kind of player you bring in when you've already got a team that just needs that one, last bit of quality, and we're not there yet. We need it all over.
He's not going to carry a team yet, but he could be a piece. Now, if he in our midfield, he'd be a good piece. He could learn from some vets. It won't be a lot of pressure. He's actually perfect for us because it's like he can come in there. It's like how Pogba's with Juventus, have all these mature guys around you showing you the way, and you're learning from Casemiro, you're learning from Christian Eriksen, you're learning from, you know what I'm saying? He's like, oh.
Look at it. Listen to that midfield that you just talked about. Cassette, Bellingham, and Bruno. How class would that be?
And then Eriksen doesn't have the same workload, right? Like Eriksen can come off the bench. You can slot him at the 10. You can slot him kind of in that 8 that he plays for us now. It's a tough situation.
Can I tell you I love Eriksen?
Eriksen's money. He's money.
So that the problem with that is that doesn't solve our where we're thin on the right side.
Yeah, the problem with Manchester United is in the past we probably would have gone all in for a player like Bellingham because he's going to sell shirts commercially. That's a great move. He's young. He's English. He ticks all the fun boxes for us. But United is one of those teams, especially the last 10 years, it feels like we're always a work in progress, right? We're always like 3 pieces missing, not one, So as much as I would love to have Bellingham, I feel like he ends up at the Scousers or, De Bruyne. He's getting up there in age. Maybe he goes to Bertie Magoo, and that's a sad day
funny,
for
though.
us. But
the Scouts are trying to sell a team and get him. Are they messy?
yeah, they're in a weird situation. But I think United is in a situation, and Ten Hag's also mentioned it, that we need to bring in more players through from the academy, and we've got some exciting talent in the academy, like Kobe Mano. We may never need Bellingham, right? We might in a couple years have the next fucking Jude Bellingham and that kid. So for me, I think we got to go striker. I think we got to get a Gakpo. I think we've got to get, more coverage on the right flank, like Bandito was saying. We got to have another right back.
Oh yeah.
We probably honestly need another center half because, as well as Harry plays for England, he's never going to have that level for United. We just don't have the lions on our shirt. We have a devil, so it's not the same.
I think 3 players get us nice.
Yeah,
if we put 3 players that might help. 3.
Yeah, I think we do need like maybe 2 players on the right, and we saw Malacia can do a job, but it was a little awkward. He's prefers to play on the left. Yeah. So if anything happens to Delo, and like the
where is
culmination
Juan
of Delo,
Bissaka? Is he like hurt, or is he just like he can't get in the team? There's just no way.
It's everybody's like, Coach don't.
Ten Hag's not fucking with him. Ten Hag's just not gassed.
So what do United do realistically? What do you do with Juan Bissaka and Harry Maguire?
Harry, I think.
You take what you can get.
Yeah, well, Harry's a longer term sell. That's got to be in the summer or something like that. There's got to be a team you got to find a team that's.
I just don't see Harry.
Center half.
I don't see Harry leaving quietly. I see him crying first, and then making a big fuss.
I'm hoping if he's successful with England at this desert-friendly thing, that he comes back gassed enough to try to take.
Don't say it. Don't finish the sentence. Don't finish the sentence. What you're going to say?
I hope he's gassed enough to challenge Varane, because as much as I love Lindelof, he's just not the physical specimen that you need, right? Like, and it's not even about size, because Martinez is a little fucking bulldog in there. And
I love him too.
Varane is just like, that's the old Rolls Royce you roll out of the fucking garage. But Lindelof's just kind of like, he's a squad guy, but he's one of those, he's good, but is he good enough? And for me, with he's not really pacey. He doesn't get off the ground very well. And Harry does get off the ground very well. So I'm praying.
I wish we could have seen Eric Bailly with Martinez. Ooh, that's nuts.
If Eric Bailly is a great player, and if he just could have stayed away from injuries, it might have been different for him. But my hope is we see more of these academy lads, because Garnacho for me is player of the halfway point of the season for me. I don't know how the rest of you feel about it, but Garnacho for me has been.
They got a 5-year contract out for him right now,
and I hope he signs it. I mean, Bandito is thinking that he's going to be playing for Barcelona or Real Madrid in a couple of seasons, and that's it. We've sold a lot of players to Real Madrid, so it could happen.
If we get a 5-year contract out of him, that'd be nice.
That don't mean shit. 5-year contract, and they come in and say, guess what? We'll pay you $90 million for him.
You know how teams be telling us 250s and 200. We go to 225 million pounds.
Well, hopefully Richard Arnold is, more savvy than Woodward was, but
bottom line, we have to be good enough to keep him. The club
we have to be good enough
on the path to keep him.
And the other bottom line is we got, see behind me the green and gold, see behind Mike the green and gold. As long as the Glazers own the team, we're gonna be fucking scratching ourselves, fucking trying to figure out, is Manchester United ever gonna find all the fucking pieces? It's like the Glazers are your little brother, and you're putting together a puzzle, and he takes the motherfucker and throws it across the living room, and you're fucking looking for the pieces under the couch, under the chair, under the table, and you're trying to get it all together, and you're still missing 3 or 4. And you're like, where the fuck are they?
Can we segue to something about that?
Go.
Okay. And I don't think we mentioned it. We've had the personal conversation, but I don't think we talked about it in the channel. So Ineos has said before, you know, they want a pathway to purchase United and then leading to a majority share. So they have officially pivoted away from that. They said they're not seeking to for ownership in an English Premier club simply because they don't make money. And what they want to do is focus on their current assets, which is Formula One and Nice. So Ineos,
Formula One makes a shitload of money.
Ineos, their goal now is to make Nice like Paris Saint-Germain. So they're going to throw the weight of their sporting contracts and their sporting ownership into their current portfolio, is what they said. So yeah, as of now,
guess you're a Nice fan now, huh?
As of now, it's that avenue is not looking like it's going to happen. Like Ineos is going to buy Manchester United. So is this just Sir Jim Ratcliffe, making moves and trying to lower the price? I don't know, but that's their official statement.
Jim Ratcliffe he's playing chess. He's just hanging back for a little bit.
I hope so. I really do.
This shit going.
One
thing we all got to understand.
I think, and I'm going to let you finish, I think the Super League thing has got to be resolved before anybody comes in. Because they're asking for just too much money, and the Super League thing is still in the works. That's going to be for another video. All right, we're less than a minute here, so
simmering.
Take us away.
How do you feel about the state of the club? Final words.
Final words, state of the club. It's been a C start to the season. I'm hoping for a B finish, but we're on the right page with Ten Hag. I think we can all agree on that. And hey, we're 5th in the table.
We've had our ups and downs. We've had some really embarrassing games. We've had some really good games. But you can see like there's a plan and there's a style of play, and you're hopeful. And this is a likable team once again, a likable squad.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's more than you can say about last year.